What's going on, everybody? It's Nico, and this is, I guess, my thoughts on the new patch that just came out. And as you can see, the Minotaur's gone, and as you can see, Thor, well, he's got a little bit of a new model. Not really a completely new model. They kind of just updated his old model. He's gonna be honest, Thor's old model is starting to look pretty shitty in my opinion, and I love Thor, so yeah. Then again, if you've ever seen, well, yeah, I've posted some Thor gameplays. Actually, why am I ignoring the Titan? But I don't use his base skin at all because I thought his boots were dumb and his leggings, because he had like skin tight leggings. It was I hated it. But now he's like wearing like cool, awesome boots, and he looks like he has armor. And this Thor's base model is way better. And I don't know if I'll ever use the Blood Eagle skin anymore. But as you can see, Minotaur's replaced. This is the Titan of Order. She's really cool. She is two beings that are one. It's weird. Mythology's weird. But yeah, Minotaur's gone, and we have Titans now. So that's cool. I'm going to miss the Minotaur. I mean, if I do... Whoop.
Attack the Minotaur!
It still says attack the Minotaur, but it's supposed to be changed at some point in the future. Oh, don't want to tank minions. Minions hurt. What up, Liz? What else changed? There was a bunch of balance stuff in this patch, like items and, what do you call it? God balance. And, like, some, oh god. Oh, crap. Lots of animation stuff, too. I just want to kill things at the same time as talking, and it's not easy. But I'm going to go over my thoughts on that. That's basically what this video is. And the only reason I'm doing this is because one of my subscribers, Duty Free Productions, was like, hey, are you going to talk about the new patch and everything? I was like, I wasn't going to at first because, I don't know, I didn't think anyone actually wanted to, god damn it, Raw, actually wanted to hear my thoughts on the new patch. But since, I mean, there is some kind of want for it, I was like, sure, I'll do it, yeah. Damn it. Alright. I'm going home real quick. Make this easier. That, and I need to scroll down on the patch notes because I have them right next to me. There was a bunch of stuff fixed for, like, general stuff, but I'm going to go over balance, like item balance and stuff, and god balance and certain things like that, because that matters more to me. That's about it, really. So, one of the things I know right off the bat, because I'm playing Thor, is that they made his abilities faster to cast. So, basically, before, I don't know if you know this, but there's a thing in the game called canceling, where you can cancel an animation into ability, like that. Basically, I hit that minion with my basic attack and my 3, but you didn't even see the basic attack go off, because I did it so quickly. That's canceling, and Thor is one of the easiest gods to learn how to cancel with, because his basic attacks are really easy to do with, like that. So basically, it just made it even easier to do that, because the delay between doing something and casting an ability and after an ability has been cast and doing something else has been shortened from, I think, 0.5 to 0.2 seconds if I scroll down. Thor, yeah, 0.5 to 0.2. So, he kind of got the Ao Kuang treatment with that. Only Ao Kuang has, like, I think, actually, the default is 0.2, but they say 0.1 on him last week. I'm living risky. Nope. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ooh, I got out of the range. Okay. Give me that gold. Thank you. But yeah, everybody's getting the Ao Kuang treatment so they can spam abilities better and basically up their burst. And, well, it's more of a quality of life thing because it was the latency in the game was messing with it as well. So, like, if you had high ping, sometimes you try to do an ability, but like the game, like, your client wasn't sending information fast enough and all kinds of stuff. So there's a variety of reasons why they started doing this. But I'm all for it because, I mean, if you're going to make it to where Thor can spam abilities harder and I could kill people faster, I'm down. Thor was my first love as a jungler, so. And then again, that was back when people said he was overpowered. Was he overpowered? I don't know. Probably. Him being able to be immune to slows while spinning with his 3. That was good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. But let's get into the other stuff that got patched. Mostly items. Teleport got nerfed, which is kind of nice because, well, to be honest, solo lane was Who can rush teleport 3 the fastest? It was really dumb. It was really dumb to play solo lane. I like playing solo because I like Wukong and Tyr, but not because of like actually playing in the solo lane. So I'm glad that got nerfed. Its cooldown went from 180, 90 to 60 from rank 1 to rank 3 to 240, 180 to 120. And then they added a new branch called Teleport to Gods, but I don't think anybody's going to use that ever because it costs more and it's what else is it? It costs more, and the cooldown is 240 seconds forever, and it's more efficient to get the teleport to towers and wards, and then just use that instead, because you could just, instead of teleporting to a god, you can have your friend drop a ward in the middle of the lane, and you can teleport to it. And it's just, it's going to need to get buffed if it's ever going to get picked up. So that's why I think that item's kind of stupid. Even in, like, Assault, I don't think it makes sense, because, like, usually, I mean, your entire team gets wiped anyway, and then it's not like you can teleport to anyone. Like, the item right now is shitty. There's no reason to pick it up. Aegis got fixed so that you couldn't interrupt certain abilities while using it, and it wouldn't take the cooldown of the ability. So if you ever saw an Ares all of a sudden do some crazy shit where he was ulting and then it wouldn't take his cooldown, and then you would pop beads, and then you were like, oh shit, and then he would ult again, and you'd be dead because you popped beads earlier. Yeah, that can't happen anymore. Blink got updated target effects, ground target effects. I can't tell the difference. Like, I don't see a targeter. Like, all I can tell is that my little targeting dot is there. So, rude. I don't know if there actually is something there. I guess I could buy Blink here and see if it's there. Also, my dog is barking. I'm sorry, but she's stupid. And the devil herself, and I hate her. But, well, actually, it's not my dog. It's my mom's dog, so that's why I can say those things. Yeah, Shell has updated ground target effects. I used Salvation earlier, and I think they gave that updated ground effects too. But the thing is, there is no ground effect. Your teammates just glow when they're in the area. Like, they glow blue. Which, I mean, not terrible, but it ain't good either. You bastard. So that's a thing. I don't like that. Sprint and Heavenly Agility, duration per rank was changed from 3 to 5 seconds to 4 to 6 seconds, which is awesome. And the cost was lowered on it from 300, 600, 900, 300, 600, 900 to 200, 400, 600. So basically, if you were ever playing carry and you were like, oh, I don't know if I should pick up Sprint, now you should, like, all the time. Sprint and beads. Just sprinting and beadsing out of everything, because it's so much cheaper now. That's awesome. Girdle of Might, same thing. Girdle of Support, duration changed from 5 to 10 seconds, which is kind of crazy. But it no longer provides a penetration buff to allies. But it also got the price reduction. Shard was removed, and you can only put down 1 sentry ward. Or, no, you can only carry 1 sentry ward with you at a time. And that's apparently because of the new gold per... Is it gold per 5? No, it's not gold per 5. That doesn't make sense. Gold per second. Or in Conquest, it went from 2 gold per second to 3 gold per second. And apparently, well, not apparently, I know this for a fact because I saw it in-game, people were just spamming the Sentry Wars because it just made sense at endgame, because you had so much money that there was no reason to buy regular wards anymore, because you just like, oh, I have 1k gold and I have a power pot already popped. I might as well just only buy sentry wards, because I can only put down 3 wards before they start disappearing anyway. So just spam sentries. So now you can't do that because you can only carry 1 at a time, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Heartseeker got nerfed. It went from 4, 7, 10% movement speed to 4, 6, 8% movement speed, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I understand it. Like, it's not a huge nerf, but it's decent. And while I'm on Voidblade and Jotuns, Voidblade's physical power went from 10, 20, and 30 at rank 3 to 25 at rank 3 physical power. Didn't mess anything with the protection or the penetrations. Jotuns went from 5, 10, and 15 physical penetration to 5, 8, and 11, which isn't that bad because I don't have the finished Void Blade yet, but as you can see from here, I have 26 physical penetration. With Focus Void Blade, that'll go up to 51, so you're barely over cap. And everybody who played like a jungle character with that would buy Void Blade always bought Focused Void Blade anyway. So I don't know how that's gonna affect anything. Okay, wasn't sure if that was gonna hit him or not. I also like how Thor keeps spinning even when you right-click cancel his spin. What else? So yeah, the penetration fix on Jotuns is kind of negligible. Like, it doesn't make sense because it doesn't do anything. Because if you bought Jotuns, you most likely bought Void Blade, so you were getting maxed pen anyway. So I don't know. And the whole thing with the lowering the price, I mean the physical power on Void Blade, is, I mean, I kind of get it because it's like this item, like this build I'm doing right now is so mainstay on any kind of bruiser or assassin character that you don't see anything else. So I get why they would nerf it. It's just they didn't put in anything else to replace it, so that's kind of why I'm like, that doesn't really make sense. But Erez himself was on the stream for the patch notes reveal, was saying there are going to be new items put in the game next week, with, well, when we think Geb is coming, or Jeb, I think it's actually pronounced Jeb and not Geb, is when Jeb is supposed to come out too. So hopefully Jeb, new arena mode, and some new items to help differentiate builds, and to actually make me not want to pick up Void Blade and Jotuns, like not do this same build every single time I play Thor. Because as it stands right now, I don't see a reason to get anything other than these items. At all. Like, it's just, even with the nerfs, they're still mainstay on this character and like most other junglers. So, I don't know. Smack, smack, smack. So hopefully they add in stuff that actually makes, like, you can actually add variety to a build. So I'm not like meh about the Void Blade and Jotuns nerfs, not nerfs. Anyway, Sheen's size and Sheen's blades got nerfed. They no longer have physical lifesteal, which, I mean, they didn't need that, like, at all. Sheen's size was good enough as it is that everybody, like, it's better than Executioner. Like, with Executioner, you're shredding physical protection off people, but a carry, who is mostly the people that are buying this item, doesn't care about that because you're going after other carries and stuff most of the time. You're trying to kill other squishy people before they can kill people. So the whole shred on health thing still makes Sheen's size a really good pickup. It's just now, like Executioner's 2200 and Sheen's Blades is 2650. So it's like, do you want to spend that 450 gold, or do you want another tier of an active item and maybe 2 wards? Or it's, you know, you have to make a decision. Is this still worth it? And I think it is, because shredding someone's health is a lot better than just shredding their physical protection, in my opinion. So if I play carry, I'm probably still going to pick up Sheen's size. We went over the Jotun's Wrath nerf. Let me scroll. I'm so glad for auto run. Smack. What else? Ethereal Staff got buffed. The cost for it got reduced, which, I mean, cool. I don't see anybody picking that item up anyway. But, I mean, hey, maybe now there's Bruiser Ymir builds where you build, like, Bulwark and Sovereignty and then Polynomicon, Ethereal Staff, and then you have a shit ton of health and you're going to smack people and they die instantly. I don't know. Maybe we'll see something like that. Brawler's Beat Stick and the Kujal got buffed. Later, Raw. How much? The cost reduced from 600, 1100 to 2300 to 600, 1000, 2100, and increased health bonus from 50, 100, 150 at rank 1, 2, and 3 to 50, 150, 250, which is pretty decent, but I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to pick that up still, because most of the time it's not. I mean, if you look at the item, Brawler's Beat Stick gives you 25 physical power, 50% lifesteal, and 250 health. The only thing is, like, I get the item. It's supposed to make it so healers can't heal as much, which is fine, which sometimes people, like, you need that item, especially, like, in Assault or something. But at the same time, can you reliably hit the healer that many times to like make sure their heals are just reduced all the way? Oh wow, Robot just killed me. I guess that's what happens when I don't pay that much attention and just blindly spin to win. All the dogs are freaking out now. What do I usually get next? Oh, well, I don't want protection. This is Robot. Let's get some damage. Let's just get like something stupid. Deathbringer? I don't want that though. Get a Transcendence to get a shit ton of physical power. Eh. Just for the lulz. Chronos Pendant got buffed. Its magical power went from 10-30-50 to 15-30-60, which I don't think it's still going to get picked up. And the cost went down from 660, 1390, 2040, Jesus, 2490 to 600, 1300, 2400. Which, not a huge price reduction. God damn it, I was literally sitting in the well waiting to finish this. Ugh. And, I mean, it's okay. I don't know if anybody's going to get it still. I still think Breastplate of Valor is probably better if you're going for CDR. That 60 is not that much. Bitch. Frostbound Hammer, Frostbound Pendant, you get more health from 75, 200 to 325 to 100, 200, 400, which kind of weird, but whatever. So, getting a crap ton more health on that item. Sovereignty got nerfed from 150, 300, 450 health at all levels to 100, 250, 400. Voidstone got nerfed. It lost 10 magical power on the last rank. So instead of 50, it has 40. I don't want to hit Ra. I don't like fighting underneath the Phoenix. Voidblade got nerfed. Talked about that. Warlock's Sash and Warlock's Ring got its cost reduced by 100 at the last rank. And like, it went from 720, 1600, 2750 to 700, 1500, 20. God damn it! Of course, I'm trying to fucking just read the patch notes and try to kill Ra again. I die again. I'm terrible. That's what happens when you blindly spin to win. I thought I didn't get hit by that though. No, totally got hit by Celestial Beam. I thought I dodged that. But yeah, so that's got reduced. Now what? Agni's Path of Flames adjusted the targeter. Aphrodite's Kiss got fixed. Apparently there was a bug. Shackles on Ares got fixed. They nerfed his ultimate by a little bit. The additional stun duration for each enemy hit by this ability has been reduced from 0.3 seconds to 0.2 seconds, which I don't know if that was needed, but I mean, okay. Nerfing Ares. He's going to kill me again. No, he's not. With the Minions Might. Minions OP. Bastards. Artemis got nerfed, which was a little weird. Her damage on Suppress the Insolent, her 3, was reduced from 90, 155, 220, 285, 350, to 90, 150, 210, 270, 330. And the mana cost got increased from 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 to 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Which, I don't know if it's really necessary, but apparently Artemis is doing like super well across the board, whether it's like low-level play, high-level play, tournaments, everywhere. She's just doing really well. So apparently they looked at that and went, yeah, let's nerf Artemis a little bit. So she's been nerfed. Athena got, I don't know if this is a fix or considered a buff, but I mean it's technically a buff, even though it's a bug fix. Athena can now ult while she's crippled, and the visual effects on her ultimate have been updated. Fucker. Alquang's Tornadoes fixed an issue with the deploy FX where the ground circles was cutting out momentarily. So now Alquang's Tornado doesn't just disappear on the ground. Or like right before it comes down. Chalk. Bug fix. The Thunderstrike has won. Reduced the radius from 25 to 20 and updated the description to be more accurate. I wonder what the description is. Also, that's the Titan Chaos. I wonder... Huh. I should probably read that. I don't have that back yet. Don't be rude. 391s though. Fuck you. So I think the radius decrease is good, but I don't know if it's enough. I think that's what needed the most nerfed on him, was the fact that he could just throw his axe, and if you did not know exactly when he was going to throw it, you couldn't get out of the way in time. So no matter what, you were about to take damage. And personally, when I played Chalk, I leveled to 1 because I knew this. So whenever I threw that thing, it chunked the shit out of people because I was a dick when I was playing them. So yeah, they nerfed the radius on that. I don't know if it's enough. It might be. It might not be. Torrent can no longer be used while he's crippled. Let's see, fix an option, and then there was bug fixes. Cooldown on Rain Dance, his 3, the heal that everybody was complaining about, which, yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. Went from 16 seconds to 18 seconds at all ranks, and Storm Call always triggers the cooldown even if interrupted before completing, which is his ultimate, but, I mean, you can't even do that now, so I don't know. I guess they were just making sure, like, if somehow someone figures out how to interrupt the ultimate, it still takes the cooldown. Like, it can't just not be taken anymore, even if they fix the Aegis bug. Fenrir got a new loading card. He can fire things off better, only it's not that noticeable because it was already at 0.3 seconds to begin with, and that's at 0.2. Apparently the minions just killed the Titan. Well, I'm not done with these patch notes yet, but that's okay. I can show off the new Anubis skin. Because I have it, so might as well show it off and stuff. Freya's Valkyrie's Discretion. Her ultimate can now be placed inside of walls, which means that's a tiny Freya buff, because now if you're up against a wall and she's trying to aim a little past you, and she, like before, she wouldn't be able to shoot, but now she can. So, now she can do that. What else? Guan Yu, Warrior's Will. Apparently there was a bug on Guan Yu's 2, Warrior's Will, where it can hit multiple times, which is kind of ridiculous because that's a really strong hitting move. It's like at max rank 300 plus like 50% physical power contribution or something. It's you don't want that hitting multiple times. And also apparently you can hit enemies just outside the range of the dash. So glad those were fixed. Hebo got a new animation on his 3 water spouts, and it can now be placed inside of walls. Kind of like, well, I know I'm leaving. That also got added. Kind of like that. Let's get boots. Boop. What else? Hercules Driving Strike fixed an issue where Hercules' target would become permanently rooted. That's kind of ridiculous because, I mean, if you can't move ever again, that'd be dumb. And Excavate fixed ground target so now matches actual ability range. Huh. I wonder what that looks like. Isis's Dispel Magic, her Silence, that also steals protections, can now be placed in walls. And Funeral Rites, her passive, radius is increased from 60 to 80 feet, so people slightly further away can be affected by Isis's passive. Kali's Lash, now targeted inside walls, which the video I uploaded yesterday actually had me doing, like, I was trying to use it too close to a wall and I couldn't cast it. So I'm kind of glad that's a thing now. Fuck you minions. I'll use all of the abilities. All of them. Have to show them off. Oh wait. Yeah! I missed. God damn it. And Incense got buffed. The duration of her physical power buff increased from 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is huge. I don't know, like, that's 8 seconds, where I think at max rank that's like 40 additional physical power. That's a lot of physical power for a long time. That's, I mean, grr. Later. Isn't this Anubis skin awesome? Mercury Sonic Boom, there's now a 0.5 second build-up time after firing before Mercury dashes forward. It's now a warning indicator on the ground during this time. Basically, when Mercury does his ultimate, Sonic Boom, right before he goes, he does this like little like get ready stance, and then he goes. And when you're on the opposite end of it, like receiving end, you can see like the line that he charged up and where he's going. Now, you asshole. You want to do this? I got laser beam, son. You ain't the only one. Fucking robot. So much easier to fight him with a mage and not a fucking melee physical character. Doesn't kill all of them anymore. Alright, go home. So, that's cool. Unravel Neath's 2 can now be put into walls. Also, apparently Mercury might be nerfed again next week, which I understand it, but at the same time I'm kind of like, does he really need it? Because apparently he sucks in low-level play and just like casual games in general, and like where there's not communication. Basically, he's the opposite of Arachne. Anytime you can communicate really well with your team, Mercury becomes this monster that's almost unstoppable. When you can't communicate with your team, he's complete garbage and nobody can play him, apparently. Whereas Arachne is, if you can't communicate with anybody, she stomps all over everything, and if you can, then she's the worst god in the game. So he's like Arachne's polar opposite, apparently, because in tournaments he will fuck shit up, but in like just regular games, if you don't like have any communication with your team, then like your ultimate and your what is the 3 called? I can't remember off the top of my head. But those are really good. But what else? Neath's Unravel can be placed inside of walls. Naja got post-hit delay on Universal Ring Tosses 1. Flaming Spears 2 down from 0.5 to 0.2 seconds, so he can do stuff better. And Armillary Sash fixed an issue where he would just kind of slide to the target, which is why I haven't been playing Naja since I bought his skin, which I was really pissed about, because all of his animations were really fucking buggy, and they fixed that one, so I kind of hope it fixed all the other ones too. Laser beams. Laser beams. So that's cool. New Walls, Pillars of Heaven fix an issue which massive unintended damage could still occur when used in conjunction with Loki's ultimate, which is a little weird. So instead of shake and bake, it was stun and fuck over. I don't know how that worked. I've never seen that. Then again, nobody I know likes New Wall, so I don't see how I would see that. And then there was another issue where a friendly Arachne could be damaged by using Life Drain while they were inside of Pillars of Heaven, like in the electrical wires, quote-unquote. I don't know what else to call those. So that's kind of funny. You could actually hurt your teammates if they were doing something. Or a teammate, I should say. Fucking, are you kidding me? It's fucking this robot. You bastard. Later, noob. Hey. So much easier to kill him. Odin. He got a new loading screen card, which looks really cool. Gungar's Might, his 3, post-hit delay reduced from 0.9 to 0.5. And Ring of Spears, his ultimate, post-hit delay was reduced from 1 to 0.75. I cannot believe that Odin's post-hit delay is that long, to be completely honest. That's kind of ridiculous how long that is before you can actually do another ability. Or just attack in general. Whew. Let's see, scroll down. We got the last couple of gods here. Thanatos, Death Scythe. Angled the preview mesh in the target FX for the standard Jack the Ripper skins. Match that of the projectile. Minor projectile FX cleanups. Nothing big. Just making it so the scythe, the Death Scythe, is easier to, like, oh, I threw it this way, it went that way, and now I killed you. Like, they just made it easier to see that how you're throwing it and where it's going and everything. Which is nice, because that ability sometimes felt really weird before. Thor, his model got updated. We saw that. And all of his post-hit delay went from 0.5 to 0.2 seconds on his Mjolnir's Attunement, his 1, Tectonic Rift, which is his 2, and Berserker Barrage, his Spin to Win 3. So, yeah. It's really good. It's really nice. I like it. I love killing people with Thor. And I love his new skin so much. Vulcan. Vulcan got a pretty good buff. Mostly because I feel like he still needs to get buffed, so I'm glad he's getting buffed still. Aw, man. Oh, well. Basic attack animation has trails on it. Cool. I mean, Anubis's does. Every god's does, I'm pretty sure. So it's good that Vulcan's does now, because apparently it didn't. And the Shockwave basic attack projectile is now blue for a Sentry skin. Nice. Because, I mean, before it was yellow, and didn't really make sense. Or orange. Backfire. Pre-hit reduced from 0.5 to... That was close. 0.25, so nice. Increased magical damage scaling from 70% to 80%. Nice. Inferno Cannon pre-hit from 0.49 to 0.4. Post-hit from 0.24 to 0.1. Magma Bomb, post-hit delay reduced from 0.4 to zero point 0.2, can now be placed in walls, and scaling went up from 60 to 75%. I mean 70%, not 75. My bad. All good stuff. All pretty good Vulcan buffs. Lasers. Laser beams. And then Earthshaker, post-hit delay, so he could spam more abilities. And this Earthshaker is his ultimate with the giant-ass rockets that do a shit ton of damage. Went from 0.7 to zero point 0.2 seconds. Added a vertical beam to the targeting FX to make it easier for Vulcan to see the distance. Nice. Fixed an issue where the red outline in the warm-up FX wasn't visible for enemies. Nice. And this ability can now be placed inside of walls, which is good because if you tried to ult somebody from here and were like, hey, I want to go all the way over there, and it was in the wall, you'd be like, no. So, nice. Last but not least, most overpowered god in the game in a lot of people's opinions. Mine including? Kind of. I don't like Zeus. I think he's really fucking too easy. He's kind of got the Arachne problem right now, which is he's kind of unbalanceable with the way his stuff works. Either he's going to be shit or he's going to be awesome. There's no real in-between. But Aegis Shield no longer gives slow immunity, so you can fucking catch up with that son of a bitch instead of just having him be like, haha, I popped my 2, I'm gone all the time. And the protections were reduced from 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, which is still a lot of protections for an ability, especially a mage, a really squishy mage, but at least they went down by 5 on all ranks, which is a max of 25, well, not even really 25 protections in all, because it's still at rank 50, I mean rank 5, 50, where before it was 55. So, Zeus coming down a notch. He's still super easy because his 2 reflects back basic attacks, so the only way to kill Zeus if he has that up is and not kill yourself is to use abilities. So don't spam abilities until you see Zeus activate Aegis Shield. But overall, I like this patch. Like the item stuff, I'm like, about, because I want other items so I can actually differentiate builds, so that way I'm not like, oh, Jotuns has reduced physical penetration, or, oh, Void Blade has reduced physical power contribution. Like, give me stuff to replace it with. Like, make me want to be able to choose something, you know? So hopefully that comes out in the next patch, because that would be great. I liked all the post-hit delay stuff, because that just, I mean, it helps a lot. I will out-damage the shit out of you, boy. You can't fight Anubis' lasers! I like this skin a lot. I like the effects a lot. Like, this looks and sounds badass. That looks cool. The ultimate looks cool. These golden wraps look cool. It's so good. The skin's so good. No. I said no, Raw. But yeah. My thoughts on it is just I like everything that was put in except for the item like nerfs, because I want just put in new items. That way I have competing things and I can be like, oh hey, do I want Void Blade or do I want this? Because as it stands, I don't have a competitor. Like I'm still gonna get Void Blade because there's nothing else for that, and I'm still gonna get Jotuns because there's nothing for me to try to pick otherwise. Especially on physical casters like Thor and any assassin basically, except for a few. But that's my only gripes with this patch. Other than that, I like it. And I like the fact that they didn't nerf Chalk too much. Because, I mean, as we saw with Amusin Cobb, he got nerfed once and nobody played him, like, at all. So, I'd much rather have him get nerfed gradually than just completely destroyed in one patch. Because, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just a better idea. I haven't played against or played with Chalk since the patch came out, so I don't know if he's actually overpowered still, or just super easy, or whatever you want to call it. But I might play him later. I don't know. I'm kind of in love with the new Thor model, so I'll probably keep playing that. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't. Can I reach you? Nope. Now I can. Oh, did I place that wrong? No, I did not. Man, that does so much damage. But yeah, I like this patch. I like it a lot. Some people don't because of the stuff. But like I said, I just want other options. Like, the Voidstone nerf, cool. But, I mean, flat pen is like the only like that still exists on Voidstone, and the only competitor is Magus, Spear of the Magus, and the only reason you get this is if you have lots of ticking abilities, and Anubis is everything ticks, so that's why you pick it up on him. So I don't know. It just like our items need competitors for like to like make sense to me. So like have like make me want to choose between Voidstone and maybe something else that gives pen, but maybe not as much pen, but a little more damage or something. I don't know. Like, you give me something. Give me a reason to choose. But so far, we don't have anything. And then, what else? And then the nerfs and buffs of gods I like. Zeus might need more. Oh, wait, I can just ult through the wall and he'll probably die. Yeah. I like the Titans. This animation's kind of buggy right now, though, because all of a sudden it just falls down. And I don't know. That looks a little weird, but it can be cleaned up. But yeah, I like the patch overall. It can go over specific things. I don't know if Mercury needs to continuously be nerfed. I don't know that, like, he's going to be that big of a deal anymore. Like, I don't think he's that fucking crazy. But then again, you don't see a lot of Mercury because not a lot of people play him for some reason, even though everybody says he's OP. You think when people say gods are OP, you'd see a lot more of it. And I play a lot of Smite, and I only see some Chalk and some Mercury and some of this and some of that. But you think you just go into a game, and every game there'd just be Mercury, Chalk, and Zeus, and you'd be like, well, fuck it. You know? But that doesn't happen. Well, I mean, I'm not saying they're not OP, or Zeus isn't, or not, or Chalk isn't, or is, or Mercury isn't, or is. I'm just saying you think if it was that prevalent, or prevalent, you'd see him more. That's just, I don't know. I could be entirely wrong. Maybe people have moral codes. I don't know. Don't know at all. But yeah, that's about it. I don't really have any thoughts on anything else. I mean, the Cheen size nerf was good because now it's not so good it's ridiculous, and people are only going to buy Cheen size and rush it like crazy. The nerf to sovereignty was kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, it's still going to be the first item tanks buy because it's so good, because it gives a lot of protections, decent health still. And it gives your carry protections when you're next to them and anyone else you're near. So I don't see why people wouldn't still buy Sovereignty first after their Midas boots. So, I mean, it's good, but some of these, I don't know, doesn't click in my mind why some of these things were nerfed and buffed. Like some of the items, at least. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know, press that like button. And if you want me to talk about something else in the patch specifically, or you want to hear my opinions about it, you know, let me know, and I'll, you know, tell you how I feel. Because I originally wasn't going to do this if it wasn't for Duty Free Productions to like asking me, hey, are you going to talk about it? And I was like, I wasn't at first, but I will now. Because I mean, I just didn't think anybody wanted to hear my opinion on everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah. Peace.